Happiness is not a destination, it is a journey. You cannot find it somewhere outside of yourself. It is a feeling, a state of mind, and if you don't fully understand it, you will easily lose it. In today's society, happiness seems to be tied to external factors like money, fame, or perfect relationships. Uh, but that is just a facade. You can have all these things and still feel empty inside. This feeling is not about material lack, but rather the absence of a deep connection with yourself and the things that truly matter in life. We've been taught that when we have enough, we will be happy, but the reality is different. Happiness is not the result of achieving a goal, but the way you live, the way you experience moments, the way you face yourself and the world around you. In fact, happiness often appears in moments that seem insignificant, when you enjoy a cup of coffee in the morning, when you chat with a loved one, or even when you step outside and breathe in fresh air. These moments may be small, but they hold great meaning, and if you're not careful, you will miss them. Instead of seeking happiness in the places society tells you to go, you need to return to the fundamental values in life. Happiness is when you appreciate what you have, when you accept reality with all the changes and surprises it brings, and when you love yourself as well as those around you. When you truly understand that happiness is not a destination but a way of life, you will find peace in simple things, in everyday moments. This is the truth that many people overlook when they focus only on external things to measure the value of life. Happiness is not a reward you get after a long journey, but something you live every day. It is not about how much money you have, but how you feel about life and what you have. It is not about having perfect relationships, but how you treat yourself and the people you love. Life is not always easy. You will face failures, pain, and moments of self-doubt, but that is an essential part of this journey. Happiness is not about avoiding difficulties, but how you face them, learn from them, and keep moving forward with resilience. When you learn to find happiness in the small things, you will no longer feel lacking, no matter how difficult the circumstances may be. You will realize that true happiness is about finding joy in everyday life, in simple relationships, and in yourself. Therefore, instead of searching for happiness as a final goal, live with it every day, in every moment you experience. When you start living with gratitude, acceptance, and love, you will realize that happiness has always been within you. Stoicism, the ancient philosophy of the Romans, is not just about controlling emotions or facing adversity, but a way of living with deep understanding, helping you build a sustainable foundation of happiness from within. Philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus propose life principles that can change the way you perceive life and face challenges. They teach us that happiness does not come from controlling everything around us, but from learning how to control ourselves, especially our emotions and reactions. Stoicism is not about avoiding suffering or difficulties, but a way of life through which you can find peace, even in the toughest situations. When life is not as expected, instead of panicking or reacting negatively, Stoicism encourages you to accept and face reality. This acceptance is not about giving up or surrendering, but about recognizing clearly that not everything is within your control. You can't change everything, but you can always choose how to react to those events. This not only helps you maintain calm, but also allows you to retain self-mastery in difficult circumstances. One of the core principles of Stoicism is distinguishing between what you can control and what you can't. External things like weather, other people's actions, or unforeseen events are beyond your control. However, you have the power to control how you respond to them. This frees you from unnecessary worry and stress. When you accept that some things cannot be changed, you no longer feel disappointed or helpless when faced with challenges. You will understand that change is inevitable, and instead of resisting it, you can learn to adapt and grow from it. Stoicism teaches us that true happiness is not something that can be achieved through external achievements, but something that comes from within, from understanding yourself and living consciously with gratitude and acceptance. If you only chase material success, you will never feel enough. But if you learn to appreciate what you have, you will feel a sense of sufficiency in the present. We are easily caught up in the whirlwind of societal expectations and feelings of lack, but Stoicism advises you to assess your value not through external things, but through how you treat yourself and others. When you live according to Stoic philosophy, you begin to realize that the best things come from within you. Peace, joy, and happiness are not things you seek outside, but feelings that arise from a calm soul and a clear perspective on life. One of the profound lessons from Stoicism is accepting difficulties and challenges as an inseparable part of life. You cannot avoid suffering, but you can learn to overcome it with strength and resilience. When you face challenges, you not only learn valuable lessons about yourself, but also develop the ability to endure an inner strength. Stoicism advises you not to expect life to always be easy, but to prepare yourself to face any situation, knowing that each hardship is an opportunity to grow. Therefore, instead of trying to avoid difficulties, you should learn to accept them and view them as stepping stones for progress. Another principle of Stoicism is living consciously and purposefully. You cannot live happily if you are constantly caught up in negative thoughts or bad habits. Stoicism requires you to live each day with a clear goal, aware of what you are doing and what you want to achieve. This not only helps you live with purpose, but also helps you recognize the true value of life. Every day is an opportunity for you to do something meaningful. And when you live with purpose, you will see life becoming more meaningful, even when challenges remain. Stoicism is not just a philosophy, but a way of living with understanding, helping you master your life, face challenges, and most importantly, maintain peace in your soul. When you understand and apply Stoic principles, you will realize that happiness is not a distant destination, but a long journey you have been and are currently on. True happiness does not come from controlling everything out there, but from learning to control yourself, accepting what cannot be changed, and living with gratitude and love. Gratitude is not a random emotional reaction, but a mental capacity that can completely transform the way you perceive life. Think about a day in your life, from the moment you wake up till when you sleep. There will surely be moments when you feel tired, stressed, or even dissatisfied. But if you stop for a moment and ask yourself, what in my life can I feel grateful for? You'll notice that there are countless things worth appreciating that you've never paid attention to. My gratitude helps you realize that abundance does not come from grand things, but from the small, simple details in life. Every day, you may not possess the things society considers success, a big house, a prestigious job, or perfect relationships. However, when you focus on what you already have rather than what you lack, you'll feel joy and peace from the simple things around you. This sense of gratitude is not about compromise or accepting mediocrity, but an awakening and a deep realization of the value of what you have. When you are grateful, you not only acknowledge what you have, but you also honor it. This feeling is one of the key elements that help you maintain peace of mind and balance in life. Grateful people not only recognize the richness of life, but also see the connection between themselves and the world around them. My gratitude helps you develop the ability to live in the present, enjoying the moments right now without worrying about the past or future. This is one of the important factors that helps you feel happiness, as you're not caught up in negative thoughts or unattainable desires. Gratitude is the key that opens the door to contentment and satisfaction in this life. When you feel grateful, you not only enrich your mind and heart, but also positively impact your body and health. Scientific research has shown that when you practice gratitude, your body reduces cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and increases serotonin and dopamine levels, neurotransmitters that make you feel happy and content. When you take the time each day to write down 3 things you are grateful for, whether it's something small like a cup of coffee in the morning or a compliment from someone, you are changing the way your brain processes reality. You will no longer live in an automatic reaction state, but will start living with awareness and proactivity. Gratitude helps you build a deeper relationship with yourself. You begin to view your life with appreciation rather than constantly feeling deprived or not enough. This is the foundation of self-respect, as when you are grateful for what you have, it becomes easier to view yourself more positively, and from there you will feel more valuable. Realize that your life is worth living and has purpose. Gratitude is also the bridge that helps you connect more deeply with others. When you are grateful, you not only cherish what others bring to you, but also easily express appreciation and love toward them. This not only helps build strong relationships, but also spreads positive energy, creating a living space filled with care and respect. One of the strengths of gratitude is that it helps you change your perspective on challenges and difficulties. Instead of seeing difficulties as insurmountable, you can learn to view them as opportunities for growth and development. When you are grateful for the lessons life brings, whether from failures or challenges, you will feel stronger, more resilient, and never give up. This also means that you will no longer be obsessed with things that cannot be changed or things beyond your control. Gratitude helps you accept everything as it is, rather than being caught up in complaining or seeking perfection. Practicing gratitude not only helps you feel peace of mind, but also improves your relationships with others. When you learn to recognize and appreciate the good things in life, you will become more positive in how you approach every situation, from the most ordinary to the most challenging. Happiness is not about owning everything external, but about recognizing the values that life has given you. Gratitude is the way to realize that you already have enough, and happiness is always present right in the present moment. So instead of constantly searching for happiness somewhere out there, learn to live with gratitude and you will find joy in the simple things life brings. When you practice gratitude, you not only change your perspective on life, but also create a life full of richness, meaning, and completeness. Start with the small things, and you'll be amazed when you realize that your life has become more wonderful after just a few small changes in your perspective and attitude toward life. Acceptance is one of the most important factors in achieving peace and happiness. It is not about giving up or surrendering, but about the ability to clearly recognize reality and decide not to let it control you. In life, we often have the tendency to try to control everything, from the situations around us to the emotions and actions of others. However, there are things beyond our control, and accepting that will help you live more lightly and freely. Acceptance doesn't mean you are resigned or stop trying to improve your life. On the contrary, acceptance is a clear recognition that some things cannot be changed, and what you can control is how you react to them. When you accept reality, you will no longer feel disappointed or angry about things not going as planned. You will stop fighting what can't be changed and focus on what you can control, yourself and how you face life. One of the reasons we often feel stressed and unhappy is because we cannot accept life's difficulties and challenges. We often want everything to go according to plan, and when it doesn't, we feel confused, anxious, and unable to move forward. But the truth is, life never follows a fixed script. It is always changing and full of surprises, and if you don't learn to accept those changes, you will forever live in disappointment and insecurity. Acceptance is a liberation from the burden of unrealistic expectations. When you accept that life is not always perfect, you will feel lighter. You no longer have to worry about everything going exactly the way you want, and you can live fully with what you have. This helps you reduce stress and find joy in the small things. Acceptance is also a way to train yourself to face suffering. Pain, loss, and failure are an inseparable part of life. Everyone goes through difficulties, but not everyone knows how to face them. Accepting suffering doesn't mean you don't feel it, but it means you don't let it dominate your life. You accept that suffering is part of the journey, and you don't need to fear or avoid it. When you accept, you gain the strength to overcome any challenge because you understand that suffering is temporary and it will pass. Acceptance also helps you develop patience. In fact, when you accept that not everything happens quickly or according to your plan, you will learn to be more patient with yourself and others. Patience is not about resignation, but the understanding that everything has its time. We can't force everything to happen according to our will, but we can patiently wait and trust the process. Acceptance is the foundation of maturity. When you learn to accept, you are no longer controlled by fleeting emotions or negative thoughts. You begin to understand that not everything in life is easy, but you can face every challenge calmly and steadfastly. This helps you become stronger and smarter in solving problems rather than reacting hastily or feeling helpless. Acceptance also helps you build healthier relationships. When you accept others as they are, instead of wanting them to change to meet your expectations, you can love and respect them sincerely. Relationships built on the foundation of acceptance will be more lasting and harmonious because no one feels pressured to change. Ultimately, acceptance is how you create peace in your life. You can't change everything, but you can change how you react to it. When you accept reality, you are no longer drawn into negative emotions, and instead you can live peacefully, embracing whatever comes with an open heart. Remember, acceptance is not about giving up or not trying, but about the awareness that you can only control what is within your reach and must master how you live, not how life unfolds. Acceptance is an important step to living freely and happily, unbound by unnecessary expectations and worries. When you accept, you will find that you no longer have to fight everything to achieve the peace you seek. Love is the key that opens the door to happiness and peace in life. It is not an abstract concept or a fleeting emotion, but a powerful force capable of changing your life from the inside out. True love is not only the feeling you experience when you are with loved ones or in romantic relationships, but an attitude toward life, a way of facing yourself and the world around you. Love is the ability to view everything with appreciation, understanding, and sincere care. A heart full of love not only helps you overcome challenges, but also helps you build deep connections with others, making life more meaningful every day. Love is the foundation of all positive changes in life. To truly love, you must start with yourself. You cannot give love if you do not know how to love yourself. This is not selfishness, but the understanding that you must love yourself first in order to give love sincerely. When you love yourself, you not only care for your physical and mental health, but you also know how to treat your own emotions, thoughts, and actions well. You understand that nothing is perfect, and failures or mistakes do not make you less valuable. You respect yourself, and this creates a solid foundation for you to love and care for others. Love is forgiveness. In life, you cannot avoid being hurt, betrayed, or deceived, but true love is not about never being hurt. It is about the ability to forgive and let go of past wounds. Forgiveness does not mean you forget what happened or allow someone to hurt you again, but it means freeing yourself from the burden of anger and resentment. When you forgive, you not only soothe your own pain, but also release your soul from negative emotions. Forgiveness is an act of love toward yourself, because only when you let go of the past can you live fully in the present. Love is deep connection. When you truly love, you not only care about your own needs, but also give sincere attention and affection to others. Love is not about how much you receive, but how much you give. Not about seeking perfection in a relationship, but about appreciating the presence of others. Every day, you can express love through small actions, from encouraging words, gestures of care, to spending time with loved ones. These not only help you build strong relationships, but also bring joy and satisfaction to yourself. Love is understanding. When you love, you do not just see others through what they show on the outside, but you have the ability to understand what they are going through, their pain, desires, and weaknesses. You do not judge or criticize, but you listen and empathize. This understanding creates a safe space for others to express themselves, and this makes them feel loved and appreciated. Love is patience. In any relationship, whether family, friendship, or romantic, you will encounter difficulties, challenges, and sometimes conflicts. But true love is not about perfection, but about patience and accepting that no one is perfect, and every relationship needs time to grow and be nurtured. When you love, you will know how to be patient and wait, because you understand that change and growth take time. Love is also care. It is about caring not only in material ways, but also emotionally and mentally. When you love, you care about others, listen to them, and share your feelings and thoughts with them. You help them when they need it, not because you expect something in return, but because you want them to feel loved and secure. True love is not conditional or transactional, but a feeling that is unconditional, free, and without strings attached. Love is the prerequisite for growth and change. When you live with love, you open your mind and heart, helping yourself and those around you feel safe and valuable. Love helps you constantly learn and improve yourself while also bringing out the best qualities in others. When you love, you will no longer feel lonely or abandoned, because love will always be a powerful source of motivation to help you overcome any challenges. Love is an invisible yet powerful force, capable of changing not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. When you learn to love not only others, but also yourself, you will discover an abundant and enduring source of energy, helping you live a fulfilling and meaningful life. Love is the key not only to open the door to happiness, but also to lead you to growth, creativity, and the strength to overcome any hardships in life. Laughing is not just a natural response of the body to joy or humor, but a powerful tool to improve health, mood, and even the ability to cope with life's challenges. While many see laughter as a simple expression of emotion, few realize that it is actually a tool that can change the way we perceive life and help us maintain balance in a world full of pressure. Laughter brings a range of benefits that we cannot easily ignore. Physiologically, when you laugh, your body releases endorphins, happiness hormones, that help you feel relaxed and joyful. These endorphins not only reduce pain, but also create a feeling of comfort and ease. Laughter is a natural mechanism that helps the body recover and maintain health. When you laugh, your muscles also relax, reducing stress and fatigue. Studies have shown that laughter not only reduces stress levels, but also lowers cortisol levels, the hormone related to stress in the body. Therefore, laughter is an effective way to relieve tension and improve overall health without needing costly or complex methods. But why is laughter so important in life? In a busy world full of relentless pressure, laughter is a tool that helps you temporarily set aside worries and feel more alive. Laughter not only reduces stress, but also boosts creativity, focus, and work spirit. When you laugh, your mind becomes relaxed, free of tension, and ready to face challenges more easily. This is especially important in work and relationships, where pressure and stress can make it hard to make sound decisions. In fact, laughter is also a great tool for strengthening connections with others. When you laugh, you not only express positive emotions, but also send a signal that you are approachable and open. This helps build better relationships because others feel comfortable and easily connect with you. Laughter creates a safe and comfortable space where negative emotions no longer dominate. You don't have to do anything special to make others feel comfortable. Just a sincere smile can create a positive environment for relationships to flourish. Laughter is also a way to maintain a positive outlook on life. When facing difficulties, challenges, or unfavorable situations, laughter can help you transform negative emotions into opportunities for learning and growth. Laughter is not about denying pain or hardship, but a way to choose how to react to them. Instead of getting caught in negative feelings, you choose to maintain a more optimistic and resilient attitude. Laughter helps you look at things more lightly, and opens up opportunities to find solutions rather than focusing solely on the problem. When you laugh, you also send a message of control. Laughter is a sign that you don't let negative emotions control you. It shows that you can find joy even in difficult situations and that you have the ability to master your own emotions. A person who knows how to laugh in any situation is not someone who avoids reality, but someone who can face and overcome challenges with confidence and calm. Laughter also helps you maintain freshness and energy in any circumstance. People who laugh often have an optimistic soul. They easily find joy in small things and enjoy life fully. Laughter helps you maintain a relaxed and cheerful spirit, which is crucial for maintaining positive energy to cope with difficulties and pressures in work and life. In particular, laughter can help reduce feelings of loneliness. When you laugh, you create a strong connection with those around you, and this helps you not feel left behind or isolated during tough times. This connection not only helps you feel loved, but also gives you strength to continue life with a firmer spirit. Laughter is also a way to ease tense relationships. When you and others laugh together, the emotional walls between you and them can be broken down, making conversations easier and more comfortable. Laughter helps build trust and harmony as it makes everyone feel lighter and more at ease in each other's presence. Therefore, laughter not only helps improve your health, but is also an essential factor in building healthy, lasting relationships. In a world where people are racing against time, laughter is a sign of courage and freedom. When you can laugh at challenges, laugh in the face of difficulties, you are asserting that you are not controlled by life, but you are living life on your own terms. You are not afraid, not worried about things beyond your control, but instead you accept them and find joy in them. Laughter is a simple yet powerful tool that helps you not only get through life, but also enjoy it. Instead of waiting for good things to happen, create joy for yourself. Laughter is a way for you to affirm that no matter how challenging life gets, you can maintain your faith, resilience, and an optimistic spirit. Laughter is the key to maintaining clarity in stressful moments, finding solutions to problems that seem unsolvable, and most importantly, experiencing joy in every moment of life. Humor is not just a form of entertainment, but a powerful tool for the recovery of both the body and the mind. While we often think of humor as something fun and lighthearted, few realize that it can provide deep health benefits, helping to relieve stress, improve mood, and even enhance our ability to cope with life's difficult situations. When life becomes stressful, you not only need a break or relaxation, but sometimes what you need is a way to refresh your mind and body. Humor is one of the simplest and most effective ways to achieve that. When you laugh, your body automatically reduces stress levels. Scientific studies have shown that laughter lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, while also stimulating the production of endorphins, hormones that create a sense of happiness. This not only helps you feel happier, but also improves your overall health. When you laugh, you not only soothe your emotions, but also help relax your muscles, especially those in the face, shoulders, and stomach, areas that tend to carry tension during moments of anxiety. This helps your body recover quickly, improves overall health, and even supports the immune system. Humor is also a great tool for reducing pain. When you laugh, your brain sends signals to reduce the sensation of pain. This may explain why in painful or uncomfortable situations, a bit of humor can help you feel lighter. Whether physical or emotional pain, humor can reduce its burden. Similarly, when you face difficulties in work or relationships, a bit of humor can help you view the problem from a different, lighter angle, thus finding a more effective solution. Humor is a tool that helps you relieve stress, but it also helps you develop creativity. When you laugh, your brain is stimulated to think more freely, unburdened by anxiety or stress. People with a good sense of humor often have flexible and creative thinking abilities because they easily find unexpected connections between events or ideas. Humor helps break thinking boundaries, opening up creative possibilities that we sometimes can't recognize when we focus on problems in the usual way. One of humor's deepest benefits is its ability to change how you approach challenges. Instead of facing a problem with anxiety or anger, Humor helps you view it from a new, lighter perspective, often in a more creative way. When you face a stressful situation, instead of getting tense, try finding a humorous element in that situation. You will be surprised at how this shift in approach can reduce stress and give you the calmness needed to solve the problem. This not only helps you resolve the situation effectively, but also helps you maintain clarity throughout the process. Humor is a way to ease conflicts in stressful situations, especially in relationships. Humor can break down emotional barriers, reduce discomfort, and create a space for understanding and reconciliation. A humorous comment during tense moments can help ease the atmosphere, creating an opportunity for everyone to listen to each other and find solutions. Humor helps make everyone feel more comfortable, helping build stronger relationships through the approachability and openness it fosters. In modern society, where people often face work pressure, complex relationships, and high expectations, humor is an essential source of energy to maintain balance. People who can laugh in any situation, even in the most difficult moments, often possess exceptional mental strength. They know that life is not always smooth, but they always find a reason to laugh and continue moving forward. It is this optimism and spirit that help them maintain strong mental health, not succumbing to difficulties. Laughing is not just a response to something humorous, it is a sign of emotional control. When you can laugh, you show that you do not allow external factors to affect your inner peace. In fact, when you learn to laugh in difficult situations, you are learning to stay grounded when life is not going as planned. Humor is also a tool to connect with others. We all face challenges, but when you can laugh together, you and others will feel closer, more understanding, and more willing to share. Laughing not only helps you reduce stress, but also creates a strong bond between you and those around you, making relationships closer and more connected. Humor doesn't need to be brilliant or involve great jokes. Sometimes a simple smile is enough to bring a positive change to the atmosphere and make everyone feel more comfortable. It is this simplicity that creates the powerful strength of humor. When you can laugh, you not only create joy for yourself, but also share that joy with those around you. Humor helps you realize that no matter how hard life gets, you can still maintain lightness and happiness. Humor is not just a form of entertainment, but a powerful recovery tool that helps you maintain clarity, creativity, and mental health in a world full of pressure. Let humor become a part of your daily life so you can face every situation with more confidence, optimism, and strength. Connecting with nature is not an optional activity, but an essential part of maintaining balance in our lives. In the modern world where everything happens so quickly, we often forget that our bodies and minds are programmed to live in harmony with nature. The fast-paced, rushed, and technology-driven lifestyle is gradually disconnecting us from nature, which significantly affects both our physical and mental health. Nature is not just a beautiful backdrop or a part of the environment, but also a source of energy, renewal, and mental restoration. Imagine stepping outside for a day, feeling the gentle breeze, hearing the birds sing, and watching the sunlight filter through the lush green leaves. These simple moments offer deep relaxation for both your mind and body. When you connect with nature, you are not simply experiencing the surroundings, but opening up space for your body and mind to recover, reduce stress, and ease anxiety. These sensations are not temporary, but restorative, helping you maintain energy and alertness in a busy, stressful life. A recent study shows that just 20 minutes of exposure to nature can significantly reduce cortisol, the stress hormone. This shows that connecting with nature not only provides emotional benefits, but is also an effective stress reduction strategy. Nature helps you find balance that daily worries often take away. The feeling of being one with the earth, breathing fresh air, and observing nature's colors will help you ease stressful thoughts and restore your life energy. You don't need to go deep into the forest or find pristine landscapes to feel this. Small parks, gardens, or even just a green space with plants and flowers near your home are enough to help you connect with nature and recharge. Connecting with nature also helps you slow down in the modern world. People become so used to working constantly, caught in the cycle of work, technology, and social relationships. We no longer take the time to relax, truly rest, and feel. Only when you step outside and observe the movements of nature do you realize that life doesn't always have to be rushed. Nature teaches us that everything has its time, society's demands. When you connect with nature, you also reconnect with yourself. In modern life, we are often caught up in external relationships, forgetting that true harmony starts from within. Nature, with its quietness and simple beauty, helps you rediscover inner peace. You can set aside worries and negative thoughts and simply be present in the moment. This helps rejuvenate your mental energy, clear your mind, and prepare you to face future challenges. Connecting with nature also helps you develop empathy and gratitude. When you observe nature, you realize that life is continuously evolving and changing. Each tree, animal, and gust of wind has its role in contributing to the balance of nature. You learn to respect and appreciate what you have, from the smallest things to the grandest. When you connect with nature, you also learn to be grateful for life, even through hardships and challenges, as you can find joy in the simplest things. Um, Moreover, nature also brings humility. Standing before an immense ocean or gazing at a majestic mountain makes you realize that we are just a small part of the vast universe. Nature helps you feel that you are not the center of the world, but an essential part of a larger system. This humility reduces arrogance and self-satisfaction, expanding your heart and mind to accept change and growth in life. While many people see nature as merely a part of the environment, it actually plays a crucial role in shaping our mental and physical health. Exposure to nature not only helps you relax, but also enhances your cognitive abilities, focus, and creativity. Some studies have shown that people who spend time outdoors, walk in parks, or simply stand under trees have better creative thinking and problem-solving abilities. Nature stimulates our brain, helping us become more flexible in thinking and approaching problems. Furthermore, connecting with nature makes you more aware of the importance of sustainability. We need to protect nature not only for our own benefit, but also for the benefit of future generations. When you connect deeply with nature, you feel a great responsibility to protect the environment, preserve biodiversity, and shield the earth from the negative impacts of human actions. In conclusion, connecting with nature is an essential part of modern life. It is not just a hobby or a choice, but a fundamental need to maintain health, peace, and creativity. In moments of stress, when you feel lost, step outside and immerse yourself in nature. You will feel the changes in your body and mind, helping you rejuvenate and continue life more fully and meaningfully. Morning peace is not an abstract concept, but a reality that can easily be achieved if you know how to start your day consciously. When you wake up, both your body and mind have a brief moment to start fresh, to renew yourself and prepare for the long day ahead. But do you truly use this valuable time to create peace, or do you let life pull you into worries and stress from the first moments? Day begins not just with waking up from sleep, but with how you receive the world around you and prepare mentally for every challenge. Morning peace does not come from the absence of problems or difficulties, but from your ability to maintain calmness and clarity when facing them. Everything you do right from the moment you wake up impacts your mood and mental state throughout the day. If your morning begins with haste, anxiety, or immediately jumping into work, you will easily feel stressed and tired early on. In contrast, if you start your day gently, focusing on positive things, you will feel peace gradually spreading in your mind, preparing you to face any situation. One simple yet effective way to find peace in the morning is to begin the day with a slow, unhurried routine. Take at least 10-15 minutes to wake up slowly without rushing to get up and dive into work. Instead, stop and feel your presence in this space. You can spend a few minutes taking deep breaths, relaxing your body, and calming your mind. This not only helps you start your day with relaxation, but also reinforces your sense of self-control right from the first moments of the day. A peaceful morning starts by setting a positive mindset. Instead of thinking about worries or unfinished tasks, begin the day with thoughts of gratitude. Think about the things you're grateful for in life, whether it's health, family, work, or new opportunities. Gratitude helps shift your perspective on life, making you feel happier and reducing stress. When you're grateful for simple things, life feels more fulfilling and every problem seems smaller. Start your morning with positive questions like, what can I do today to help others? Or what can I do today to make a difference in my life? These questions not only bring peace to your mind, but also create positive momentum to start your day effectively. Although morning peace is built through self-care habits, taking time to care for your body is a great way to create a solid foundation for the day. A healthy morning starts with good habits such as having a full breakfast, drinking warm water, or doing light exercises. These actions not only help you maintain health, but also create emotional and mental balance. A healthy body will help you face the day's challenges more confidently and strongly. Don't forget that peace doesn't always come from external circumstances, but sometimes from within yourself. Setting aside time for silence and relaxation in the morning is a great way to calm your mind and prepare for the new day. You could try meditating or simply sit quietly and listen to the sounds around you, like birds singing or the wind blowing through the window. These moments help you reconnect with yourself and create stillness in your mind before stepping into a busy day. Additionally, setting an inspiring morning routine is very important. Reading a book, listening to a favorite song, or writing in a journal are activities that can bring inspiration and enthusiasm for a new day. Just a few minutes each morning can make a big difference in how you perceive and approach everything throughout the day. Start your day with positive thoughts and full energy. Morning peace also relates to setting clear goals for the day. Take a few minutes to identify important tasks and focus on them rather than getting caught up in busyness. When you have a clear plan, you won't feel overwhelmed or out of control. Clear goals help you focus on what's important and accomplish them efficiently. This will make you feel a sense of achievement and peace when the day ends. Morning peace also comes from building positive relationships with those around you. If you live with family or share space with others, starting the day with a friendly greeting, a smile, or a simple act of kindness will create a positive atmosphere for the entire day. When you begin your day with connection and love, you will feel lighter and more energetic, ready to face any challenge. Finally, morning peace is not something distant or difficult to achieve, but a choice. You can create peace from the first moments of the day as long as you know how to use these minutes consciously. Don't let your morning slip by in a rush and stress. Instead, create a routine that starts your day gently, peacefully, and positively. When you learn to create peace from the morning, you'll feel each day as an opportunity to start over, refresh yourself, and live a meaningful life. Conscious time management is not a simple skill, but when done correctly, it can significantly change your life. Time is the most valuable asset we each have. You can earn more money, change jobs, but time is something that cannot be regained. Therefore, time management is not just about making everything more efficient. It's also how you show respect for yourself, your goals, and your dreams. Conscious time management starts with a clear awareness of how you use your time. We often let time pass aimlessly, caught up in unimportant tasks, or allow things that aren't planned to control our day. This not only makes you feel tired, but also makes you feel out of control, lacking goals and motivation. Therefore, the first step in time management is being aware of your goals. When you understand what you are doing and why you are doing it, you can more easily determine how to use your time wisely and effectively. Take time to define both your long-term and short-term goals, then break them down into specific actions. Each day, you can do small things to move closer to your goals rather than wasting time on unnecessary things. Conscious time management also includes knowing when to stop. Sometimes we get caught in the whirlwind of work and other activities without realizing that we are spending too much time on things that aren't truly important. The distinction between what needs to be done and what we want to do is crucial. You need to know when to rest, when to focus, and when to let go of things that aren't helping you progress. This will help you maintain energy, creativity, and alertness throughout the day, avoiding burnout or the feeling of not achieving anything. A crucial part of time management is the ability to eliminate distractions. In today's technological age, we are often interrupted by phones, messages, notifications, and other environmental factors. These can cause us to lose focus and reduce work efficiency. A simple way to manage time effectively is to create a distraction-free workspace. Set certain periods in the day to focus solely on your work. Turn off notifications and focus on important tasks. When you work with high concentration, you'll not only save time, but also improve the quality of your work. Conscious time management is not only about work, but also how you rest and recover. Taking time for yourself, family, and friends is also important in time management. You cannot work effectively if you don't allow yourself to rest and relax. Balancing work and personal life helps maintain mental and physical health, thus allowing you to work better during the following hours. This also helps you maintain long-term creativity and motivation rather than feeling burned out and directionless. A key part of time management is the ability to say no to unnecessary requests. We often feel pressured to do everything and meet everyone's demands. However, to manage time effectively, you must learn to say no when needed. This does not mean you don't care about others, but it means you are prioritizing yourself and your more important goals. Saying no to unimportant requests helps you stay focused on more valuable things. When you know how to say no, you will have more time to do things that truly matter, contributing to your development and helping you achieve bigger goals. Conscious time management is not only about using time wisely, but also about mastering your emotions and thoughts. Often we let emotions control how we use time, such as feeling anxious about unfinished work, or getting caught in negative thoughts about what hasn't been done. However, when you become aware of your emotions and learn to master them, you can use time more effectively. Developing positive habits such as meditation, exercising, or journaling will help you maintain calm and control your emotions throughout the day. Conscious time management also means learning to live fully in every moment. When you finish a task, take time to feel satisfied with your accomplishment instead of only focusing on the next task. When you do this, you will not only feel happier, but also be motivated to continue working effectively. This helps you enjoy each moment of the process rather than worrying only about the final result. Lastly, conscious time management is an ongoing process, not a fixed destination. It requires you to always pay attention, improve, and constantly reassess how you use your time. You cannot be perfect from the start, but if you start with small steps and persevere, you will gradually develop better time management skills and create a more meaningful and fulfilling life. When you manage time consciously, you will feel in control of your life rather than being controlled by it. You will accomplish more, live healthier, and achieve the goals you set. Time is invaluable, and if you know how to use it wisely, you will not only have a successful life, but also a meaningful one. Saying yes is not merely a reflex action, but a powerful decision that demonstrates acceptance, commitment, and courage. In life, we often face many choices, each of which brings new opportunities or challenges. However, one of the things many people miss is the ability to say yes when it's needed. When you learn to say yes at the right moments, you not only open new doors, but also affirm yourself, creating positive changes in your life. Saying yes is a powerful act. When you accept a new opportunity, whether it's a job, a challenge, or a new relationship, you are stepping outside your comfort zone